Hi and welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about counting and how to write and spell numbers and say the numbers. We're just talking about regular numbers, not ordinals like first, second, third. Those will be covered in another video. So this is 1, 2, 3, and so on. So how do you say numbers in Tibetan? We'll put the characters as well, like meaning the number sign, the way that the number is written. So the number 1 looks like this. I'll put a few spaces here. So 1 looks like this. And the way you say it is chik. And the way you spell it is kao, cha, kiguchi, ka, chik. And what you'll notice is after this chik, I don't put another she. Because normally what happens is if it's the end of a phrase, the fact that the ka, this particular letter, already has a nice looking ending, like almost like a backbone, you would think. People typically don't, I guess the grammar rule is that you don't put another ashe after it. It's not necessary. In poetry, you might see it just as a decorative thing in other contexts, but in general, at the end of a phrase, you don't need to put a she after a chik or after a final ka syllable like that. Just something to note. So a 2 looks like this, and a 2 is kao, nyagigo ni, sa, ni. And this time we will put a she, just because it looks better. Looks more like the word is on its own and part of a list. So 3 is go, sa, shabju, su, ma, sum, sum. 4 looks like this. It doesn't look exactly like an English 4, that's for sure. And it looks like it's written as shi, shi. Pao, sha, sha, gegu, shi, and we'll put a she. So ji, you'll notice that ji is a low tone sha, a low sha, and that means that when it has a prefix, it becomes, depending on the dialect, obviously, but it may become, rather than being she with a low tone, it'll become ji, je, like je with a voice as well. Sh has no voice and je has a voice with it. So ji, and this is one where many people will pronounce it not as ji, like as a wide sounding I, but a ji, more like a schwa. Ji, ji, or ji, depending on the dialect. We'll go down a little bit more. This is 5, which is very confusing because the character for 5 looks a lot like a Western or Arabic 4. So that can be a bit confusing. So as long as you remember that a 5 looks like a 4, and a 4 doesn't look like anything else, then that's a sort of an easy way to remember the difference. So 5, the word for 5 is nga, la, nga, ta, nga, and then we put a she, la, nga, ta, nga, nga. And then 6 looks kind of like an Arabic 6. So, and 6 is tuk, da, oops, sorry, yeah, da, rata, da, shabju, du, ka, tuk. And you notice it ends with the ka, so we do not put the she after it. So, da, rata, da, shabju, du, ka, tuk, 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 tuk. And tuk, you'll notice that this is a low tone ta, and there is no prefix and no superfix. So you will probably hear it as ta, meaning halfway between T and D, but definitely more than likely not hear, you won't hear druk, like druk as a D sound in the da, because it doesn't have the added prefix or the suffix. So you probably won't hear druk, you would hear truk, truk. Then we have 7. This little part here kind of looks like a 7, so that's one way to think about it or to recognize it. And then it just has this nice big tail coming up out of it. So, and 7 is dun, pao, ta. Oops, sorry, that's not my pao. Pao, ta, shabju, tu. Oops, ta, shabju. Oh, I did a stack. Oh, sorry about the keyboard thing. Ta, shabju, tu, na, dun. So, I think in the last video we talked about how a na, if this didn't have the shabchu, if it just was the ta, then it would become den. But what also happens is if there's a du, like this du, because it's got the prefix du, pao, pao, da, shabchu, du, na, it's not dun, it's dun. So the u becomes u with when there's an N following it. So it gets nasalized, like there's a nasal quality to the sound, and the U becomes more like a German Ü. So pao, da, shabchu, du, na, dün. Then we'll go a little bit down here, 8. Now, the trick that I use to think about how the 8 looks or to recognize it when I see it is that I just try to remember, I try to visualize the rest of the number 8. So the top of the circle of the 8 here, and then a big circle of the 8 underneath. So it's kind of like you only see a piece of the 8, but that's how I remember that this is what 8 looks like. And 8 is ye. So pao, ra, kata ga, yata, whoops, yata, gya, da, ge. Pao, ra, kata ga, yata, gya, da, ge. Or je. If you're in an eastern province, probably you would hear that. Je. Next we have, sorry, we have 9. 9 looks a bit like a backwards 9, so I'm sort of happy with that. That's easy enough to tell the difference. It's a little bit similar looking to the 1, but it has this little extra point here on the 1, so maybe that's one way to remember it. And the 9 is more like a very sort of rounded 9 looking figure, even though it's backwards. And so 9 is gu. Dao, ga, shabju, gu. This ends with the ga, but because it has the shabchu on it, I guess there's less confusion, so you might see it with the she afterwards, rather than just a plain ga with no vowel signs on it. Then if there were vowel signs on it, you would put the she, but when it's empty like this, then you don't need the she. But here it's clear enough that the she is not the line, a mistaken line for the letter itself. So before we do 10, I guess we will do 0, 0, which looks like a 0. And the word for 0 is lekor. So ka, lata la, ta le. So you remember this modifies the a to e. The ta makes the a sound into an e sound. Le, and then ka, naroko, ra, kor, lekor. Lekor is 0. So if we continue then with the tens, or maybe we'll just do a quick read through here. So jik, ni, sum, je, nga, truk, dun, gie, gu, lekor. Next we have 10, and 10 is chu. Pao, cha, shabju, chu. I guess we'll do a she. And here, same here, we'll put a she. Then we start with chu, chu, and then we just add jik. So the chu is the 10 and the jik is the 1. So very easy. 10, 1 is 11. And the pattern follows. So 12 is chu, ni, 중니. What you'll hear, just like in any language, when there are certain sounds together, they tend to slide into each other a little bit. So chu and ni, it's much easier in the mouth to go from chu to ni by adding kind of a ng sound in the middle. So you will often hear chung ni, chung ni, chung ni. It just flows easier. So even though there is no nga in here, and it's not a function of how it's spelled, it's just the way that it usually gets pronounced. chung ni, chung ni. Once you have the nasal nose vibration here, it tends to affect the transition between the two words. Then we have 13, so chu, and then we have sum, chu, chu, sum. But same again, you have a transition here. So often what I hear is chusum, chusum, you might hear chusum. What I often hear is choksum, choksum, choksum is what comes out for some reason. But anyway, with your teachers and your people who you talk with, you may hear other variations. So chusum, chuksum, 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 choksum, chuksum. You might hear a few different versions of that. 14 is po, cha, shabju, chu. Then po, sha, sha, gigu, shi. And same thing here. This pao, the pa between the chu and the shi, becomes kind of reactivated or reanimated because of the slide between the two. So you will hear chubshi, as if the B were still active. Chubshi, chubshi. Because also just try it. Chushi is not as easy to say as chubshi, so it's just part of the function of it. Then we have 15, which is this time we have a little bit of a variation, and it's even in the writing. I wasn't sure if it was in the writing, but I know it's in the pronunciation. Okay, so bo, cha, naro, cho. And then la, ngata, nga. Oops. La, ngata. Oops, sorry. La, ngata, nga. So chonga, chonga. We don't say chunga. I'm not sure. Maybe there's another word that's chunga that would be confusing if it were that. So maybe that's why it was chosen to be a totally different word. I will have to ask someone and find out about that. And or if you know the answer, put it in the comments, please. Why it's chonga instead of chunga. Chunga. Chunga, well, I suppose, okay, I maybe have the answer. Chunga sounds like the word for lesser or less than. Chunga, smaller, less, yes, smaller, smaller. So the word smaller could be confused with 15, so I guess that's probably a practical reason. They're both very, very common words, so it's a good idea to have them slightly different. So that's 1 through 15, sorry, 10 through 15. Then we have 16, chutuk, so back to chu, pau cha shabchu chu, and tuk ta ra ta ta, shabchu tu, ka tuk. And again, no need for the she because it's a standalone ka at the end there. Chutuk, chutuk, no fancy things with that one. Then 17, pau cha shabchu, whoops, cha shabchu chu, pau ta shabchu tu, yeah, pau sha shab ta shabchu tu, na, whoops, na, dun, chup dun. This one again, because you've got the pa in here, the pa comes back to life. So chup dun, chup dun. You can hear the p sound in the middle there. Chup dun. Next we have 18. So pau cha naro cho. Another one that's a cho. And then pau ra kata ka yata ya ta ye, which is 8. So 18. So this one, two modifications. You have cho instead of chu, cho, and then the pa comes back to life in front of the ge. So normally independently they would be cho and ge, but together it becomes chop ge with a p sound in the middle. Chop ge. Then 19. Po cha shabchu chu, and then ta ka shabchu ku. And again, you can put the she or not put the she. Whoever's doing the writing may pick one or the other. That's no big difference, I think, as long as it's clear enough that it's the end of the phrase. So this one is a bit more of an exception. This one is chu, and this one is gu. But for some reason, chugu is not the way that you will hear it, probably. For some reason, this one, Tibetans, as far as I know, from my limited experience, have made this into churpu, 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 churpu. I guess just over long habits and evolution of the word, you will probably hear churpu, churpu, instead of chugu, chugu. Chugu again may be too close to another word in Tibetan. So again, you can put that into the comments if you like, if you have solved the mystery for that one. 20 is nishu, nishu, nya gigo ni, sha shabju, oops, sorry, sha shabju, shu. And then we can put the she or not put the she. Sha is also a long, nice long one, but with the shabju, I don't think it looks bad with the she. So nishu, nishu. 20. Nishu. 21 is nishu, nyagigu ni, sha shabju shu, za, ra, za ta za. And then ka, cha, gigu chi, ka, chik. So maybe you're asking, what is this thing doing in here? So I think I mentioned in the video about introducing yourself and giving your age, we talked about 32. So this is the same kind of situation. In Tibetan, when you have 21 or literally 20 and 1, 20 and 1, the and takes on the character of the tens place that it is counting. So for 20, the and will be pronounced za. Nishu za jik. So 20 and 1, 21. Nishu za jik. So just for an example, the pattern follows the same way. So 22 would be ni shu za ni. Ni shu za ni. Ni shu za ni. And so on. Ni shu za som. Ni shu za je. Ni shu za nga. And the one nice shortcut that you would learn about as you go, 25, if we do 25, for example, if you want to predict, if you just say, oops, ra za da, oh, ra za da za, ni, for example, if you just say za ni, oh, sorry, I was going to try to do 5, sorry, za nga, la nga ta nga, za nga, because the and that's used here is only for 20, even if you leave out the word 20, because the and is the 20 and, people will know that you mean 25. If you say zanga, zanga is 25 because the za only works for 20. So if you need a shortcut, or if you hear this shortcut, that's why. Because this nishu is understood from the za. It's part of the za. So if we look at sumchu, which we looked at in the other video, 30. So let's say the other thing too, one other thing to note. Let's say we want to say sumchu. Okay, sumchu. In order to be extra clear, not ambiguous, you will often also hear another word to make it more precise, which is tampa. Oops, tampa. Sumchu tampa. Sumchu tampa, when you have a tens thing that ends in a 0, so 30, 40, 50, 60, it's a bit like saying 10 even or 20 even or exactly 10, exactly 20. So the tampa is just to signal that there isn't going to be something following it. There's no additional number added to the 20. So yeah, it's on the dot or something like this, but for counting. So if you hear tampa, you can understand that it means that it's one of the tens. Like jipchu tampa would be 40. So we'll do the 40 next, because they all follow the same pattern, right? Oh, well, no, we can't do that because we have to show you what the and is for sumchu. Okay, so sumchu tamba, then you have 31. So 31, okay, we can do 32. That'll give you a bit more practice. Okay, so 32. So sa shabchu su ma sum, ja shabchu chu, sum chu, and then for 30 the and form is so, sum chu so, and then we add the ni, kaong nya gigu ni sa ni, sum chu so ni, so 30 and 2, 32, or you can just shorten it to so ni, which is the same idea. So ni is 32. Then 40, and you can say ho sha gigu shi pa, whoops, sorry, no pa, chu, whoops, chu, ja shab chu chu, shib chu. Or Shi, chu, oops, chu, shichu, tamba, shipchu tamba. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up here. I'm a little bit, I don't know. Tibetan spelling is challenging. So the book that I'm looking at right now, just for my list of number spellings, is showing it as Ji Chu, but it just feels weird. I think the Pao, which is missing from the Chu, should look like this, but I'm no expert, so I will leave it off for now until somebody corrects me in the comments, because I don't have that one memorized, or why it's different, if it's different. But yes, be very kind to Tibetans about spelling. Their spelling system is challenging, and just to know all of the differences is it's not easy to remember everything. So, I mean, English spellers don't always do such a great job either. So, imagine the challenge with Tibetan. So, be kind. Okay, uh, so let's try 43. So, Pao Sha Gigushi. Chu, maybe Chu with a pa in front. Whoops, Shu. And then the and for this one is she, sha dimbu she. And then sum, sum, shipchu she sum. Then ngapchu. Whoops, sorry. 50. So we have langatanga, and then chu. And this time they do put the pa in front. So I don't know. I think maybe it's just a shorthand, and many people just know that it's there. But when you pronounce it here, the jipchu, the sound is definitely there in my mind. So it's maybe better to write it jipchu. Okay, I'm making an executive decision here, and if I'm wrong, too bad. Oh dear. And if I learn better, I will correct myself in a future video, as usual, of course. I'll do this one too. Jip, jip, chu. So, ngapchu, ngapchu, and we'll just leave it at that. Ngapchu, you want to know that it's ngapchu or ngapchu tamba. Then 51. So, la ngatanga, pao, cha, cha shapchuchu, ngapchu. And then we have nga is the and for 50. Ngapchu nga, pao shagigushi. Ngapchu ngapshi. Ngapchu ngapshi. And again, if you just say ngapshi, people will know that you just mean what were we saying? 44. Sorry. Yeah, 44. No, sorry, I put 41, but I meant to do 44. Okay, 44. Then, sorry, 54, 54. Ugh, my brain is getting confused. Okay, 54. Next we have tukju, 60. 60 looks like this. And ta-ra-ta-ta. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I think it's getting too late. I need to take a break. Okay. Oxygen. Okay. Ta-ra-ta-ta. Ta-ra-ta-ta. Shabchuchu. Ka. Tuk. And then chu. Again, I'm going to keep the pao in front just because I'm assuming it should be there. I may be wrong, but I like it, so that's the way it is. When I learn the reason that I'm wrong, I will change it happily. Okay, so Chukchu or Chukchu Tamba. Then we have 65. So Chukchu Re Nga. So Tarata Taratata Shabchu Tru Ka Truk Pao Cha Shabchu Chu. And then Re is the 60 and Re. And what did we say? 5, right? 5. La Ngata Nga. Chukchu Re Nga. Pao. Whoops, I was stacking it. No stacking. Ta Shabchu Tu Na Dun. Cha Shabchu Chu. Chu. Oh, and then we'll put the 70 in front there. Sorry, we should show that. 70 Dunchu or Dunchu Tamba. Then we have 76. Po Ta Shabchu Tu Na Dun Chu. And this, the and is dun. Dun. Da rata, whoops. Da rata da. Shabchu tru. Ka truk. Dun tru dun truk. Next we have 80. 80. So, pao ra kata ga yata, whoops, yata ya ta ye cha shabchu chu yechu or yechu tamba. Then 87. Po ra kata, whoops, po whoop ra kata ga yata. Oh, I'm not stacking very well, sorry. Yata ye cha shabchu chu. And then gyab ra, sorry, pao ra kata ga yata. Oh, yata ya pao ta shabchu tu na dun. So your and for ye is ya. Gyabchu ye, gyabchu ya dun. Gyabchu gyab dun. Gyabchu gyab dun. And like for the other ones, the gyab dun, the b comes to life back between there. So gyabchu gyab dun. 90. To ga shabchu gu. Pao cha shabchu chu. So guchu tamba, gup, again, this B comes back to life. So gupchu, gupchu, gupchu tamba, gupchu tamba. And then 99. Scroll down a bit here. To ga shabchu gu. Pao cha shabchu chu. And go, which is the and for 90. And to ga shabchu gu. With or without a she. I think with the she looks cleaner on the printed page anyway. Okay, so gupchu go gu. Gupchu go gu. 99. Gupchu go gu. Or just again go gu. Go gu. And then we have po ragata kayata ya. Oops. Kayata ya. Oh, yata ya. And this time is, oh, sorry, I'll put 100 here. gya, and then depending on the context, if you're just saying 100 even, you would say gya tamba. Tamba. Gya tamba. Gya or gya tamba. 1,000. Whoops. 1,000 is. Now this gets interesting. Tibetan does not count big numbers the same way as we do in English. We'll just give you a couple for now. We can review some of the others as we go along, but this is just useful to know. So, sa, ta ta ta, naroto nga tong, parata ta, ka tak, and then so tongdak. Tongdak is 1,000, and then we're going to specify 1,000. So ka kao cha giguchi ka chik. Tongdra chik, 1,000. Tongdra chik. Then we have 10,000. I guess we could put a space maybe to show the division. 10,000 is conveniently in Tibetan has only just the one syllable. So karata cha gigu tri. Tri means 10,000. So it's kind of handy that it's only the one syllable. Tri, and then we can say chik. Tri chik. 10,000. One set of 10,000, or one round of 10,000, something like that. Tri chik. So for example, if you wanted to say 20,000, you would say tri ni, right? Two blocks of 10,000, something like that, and if you want to think about it that way. So let's go through this list together. And we'll go right from the beginning, just cat herd. Chik, ni, sum, shi, nga, tuk, dun, ge, gu, lekor. I guess we can put that at the beginning, lekor. Chu, chukchik, chogni, choksum, chupshi, chonga, chutruk, chupdun, chopge, churpu, nishu, nishu tsachik, nishu tsani, tsanga, sumchu tampa, sumchu soni, shipchu, or shipchu tamba. Shipchu she sum. Ngapchu. Ngapchu ngapshi. Ngapchu ngapshi. Trukchu. Trukchu renga. Dunchu. Dunchu dun truk. Yechu. Yechu gya dun. Or yechu gyap dun. Yechu gyap dun. Gupchu. Gupchu goku. Gyatamba. Tongdrachik. Trichik. Thank you very much. I hope this has helped you understand in a relatively quick and straightforward way all the intricacies of, well, some of the intricacies of these numbers in any case. Take your time, practice them, write out the numbers yourself, repeat them over and over again to yourself like you did when you were little, and just make it sort of an automatic thing to be able to count things in Tibetan. It's a good way to practice just your pronunciation and just thinking in Tibetan, to count things in Tibetan instead of in English. Thank you.